I'll say hi to Roger just because you've got your camera on.
Oh, hello.
Hey, I'm Dr. Sharon Carrick. Call me Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
Nice
I'm
to meet
Roger.
you.
Very nice to meet you.
Welcome. We'll start in just a minute or so here.
Sure. I don't know how many people were going to join us today.
That I don't know.
Are there usually big cohorts for the um, HROD?
We're actually this fall actually having to open some additional sections, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm a professor. I don't know about the enrollment part. I'm subbing for somebody right now today. So hopefully, I've been here 20 years, so hopefully I can answer all the questions. Let's hope. Or I can
Awesome.
make stuff up. I don't know. Just kidding. We're on recording. See, I know that.
Okay.
Wish I had a virtual sandwich to offer everybody, but that we haven't quite gotten to that point yet. I won't eat in your ears though. Kayla, you're gonna have to say your name for us. Pezzarossi.
You're
Pezzarossi?
Pezzarosi. You're very close. Very
Ah,
Italian, right?
oh yeah. My sister's married name is Perazini,
Oh,
and so yours caught my eye right when it came up. And our maiden name has two Z's in it. Our maiden name, and you'll know when I say it. While I'm divorced, I kept the name Carrick because my maiden name is Hudzieitz,
oh my
which is a
gracious.
German name. Yeah,
Looks like
yeah. They say huge. It does. I don't have to worry about that for all these years now. Everybody said, "Oh, and you got divorced. Why didn't you go back to your maiden name?" I said, "Let me spell it out for you, and you'll understand that very quickly."
Oh yeah. I joke all the time. It's how I learned my alphabet, or most of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started. I like to be respectful of everyone's time. I'm Dr. Sharon Carrick. I'm the Assistant Vice President, founder of our Digital Transformation Center here at U of L, and an Associate Professor in the HROD program. I've been at U of L over 20 years. I've been a chair of department. I've been a business school dean, now assistant vice president, and that doesn't mean anything except for to say I love students and I love education. Prior to this, I owned a technology company for 20 years, had about 300 full-time staff, and sold it when I was 40. So now you know how old I am if you did the math. But hey, I'm still kicking. It's all good. But anyway, I'd like to introduce my colleagues. They'll come up in a moment in the slides. Jennifer Ferguson, if you all, or Veronica, if you all could turn your camera on just for a quick second, just to say hello. Maybe you can, or maybe you can't. Um, Jennifer?
Yeah. So I'm so far, so sorry I couldn't turn my camera on today. But my name's Jennifer Ferguson. I work in the Delphi Center here at U of L. On the online learning team, and I'm an enrollment services specialist, which just basically means that I enjoy having conversations with you all as you begin your journey exploring our online programs here at U of L. It's nice to be here today.
Thanks, Jennifer. And then Veronica is one of our pillars in our graduate success office. Veronica?
Sure, thank you. I'm Veronica Young. I am the Graduate Admissions Coordinator for the HROD program. So if you have submitted an application or in the application process, you probably are familiar with my name. So it's really nice to meet you guys, put a face to a name, especially for you, Roger, because I know we've had some communication.
we got
Um, In the slides, you will see Sarah Schubel. She's the director of our space. So we kind of work hand in hand. But you're welcome to reach out to me with any questions regarding the application process. And if admitted, you'll continue to work with our office alongside your faculty advisor for different things that kind of pop up during your journey. So it's really nice to meet you all.
And then I just see Dr. Shane Kelly has just popped on, and if you can do your camera, that'd be great, Shane. If not, that's fine. But he's one of our professors in the HROD, the Human Resource Org Development Program too. Shane, are you able to pop on for a sec?
Well, for some reason, my camera's not working. I think my internet's a little bit slow, but I'm here. It's great to see you all. I'm Dr. Shane Kelly. I've been with the University of Louisville for almost 2 years now. I've been in higher education for over 20 years, and I specialize in adult learning. So I hope to see you all in class when that happens.
Great. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And then Kayla, I butchered your name a little, so welcome. And then it looks like Lacey, maybe you could introduce yourself. It just says Lacey S.
Yeah. My name's Lacey Schollenberger. I live in Lexington, Kentucky, and I currently work for an ABI Medicaid therapy service provider here as HR. I was kind of given this role because it's my friend's company, and I have a communications degree, bachelor's, with event planning and public relations emphasis. And so I just kind of fit really well into one role they put me in, and then this one. And believe it or not, I don't actually really know a whole lot about HR. So this is me kind of exploring and learning how I can grow and develop in this role, because I have a lot of passion and interest to drive me for it, for success. So this is me trying to learn more about the next steps.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Kayla, would you like to introduce yourself just briefly, just because we're a small group? You know, there's always just anonymous people out there, if you don't mind. Oh, yeah, friendly
Oh,
people.
I'll get on camera. Sorry, you're in my office with me. We're taking lunchtime.
Yes.
My name is Kayla Pizarsi. I am actually currently enrolled as an HR business partner for Baptist Health in Louisville. So I am a super passionate HR individual. So this program, like I said, I was in the organizational leadership with my bachelor's, as you could not, it's not a frame, but she's chilling on the wall right behind me.
Yay, yay.
And then I knew they created this master's, and I think it is just such a beautiful program for growing into just all things human resources.
Leadership,
I like to joke we're a resource for the humans. So
that's exactly right. And this is really kind of a leadership human thing, you know, but I'll talk more about that more later. Roger, would you be so kind to introduce yourself? Thanks.
Hi, folks. So my name is Roger Blankenship. I'm the Deputy Director of Civil Services over at Cornerstone Engineering here in Louisville, and I'm a retired Intel Sergeant Major from the Army. So this is my second career, and part of that background and all that leadership, and as far as people management, talent management, and everything, I've got a lot of experience with that, but it's never been consolidated under one particular degree and then moving forward with that. And so I saw this program come up, especially with things like talent acquisition and management and change management, things that I started with my organization moving in. It just, for me, it was a great chance to kind of get some different exposure and a different optic on it, from looking at it from more of a structured side into being more reactive individual. You know, we were always mission first, people always.
Right. Yeah.
So here I am.
Well, yeah, well, welcome and thank you for your service. That's incredible. And you know, we have a lot of high-ranking executives at all ranges in this program, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But you know, people at all different dimensions. I actually got this degree after I sold my company 25 years ago, and I had 300 full-time staff. So I had been in leadership in several different capacities, and then came back and wanted to learn more about. And I really love what Kayla said about just leadership and how to change management. Right now, we're on the cusp of everything changing for sure. Real quick, Kim, would you be so kind to introduce yourself if you're comfortable? Thanks.
Kimberly McLaren. I am in the talent acquisition team at Heaven Hill.
Ooh.
My which explains some of the bottles behind me.
We weren't
Um,
judging. We weren't judging.
I won't open them until at least 2. Um, my undergrad is in sport management, and I spent the majority of my career in the sales side of hiring with agency recruiting, and then landed in corporate HR about 5 years ago.
Fantastic. Okay,
So
welcome.
thanks.
And the last person on here, Omiaki. Oh, I hate to butcher names.
Hi,
You,
yes, this is Wadima Omweke.
oh, I was so close. Oh, darn. But thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So a little bit about me. I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, and my background is a mix of strategic planning, business process improvement, and
Wow.
HR. And so I've been in the federal sector for 15 years, and I've spent probably an equal amount of time in consulting in that
Wow.
space with various government agencies. And so, I'm sorry I joined a little bit late, but you want to know kind of why we're in the room,
Well, we just
right?
wanted, there was just a small group of us, so I thought, well, we just introduce
Okay,
ourselves, yeah, and just,
okay,
learn more about. But thank you so much. Welcome. Glad to have you.
yep, absolutely.
Thank you. Kimberly, I used to babysit for the Shapiras when they were born. I know their
Okay.
parents.
Okay. Oh,
The
I
parents, like the grandparents, like the
oh, not for Lindsay. For
yeah, 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 like generational. But
That's
anyway,
so Louisville.
yeah, that is so Louisville. But yeah, so I'll jump right in. Just to I'm put my share my screen and feel free to jump in. I won't see everybody's hand raised. Let's see. I see Jennifer Hamilton just joined. Thank you, welcome, and I'll take questions anytime. So don't feel like if you just need to cut in because I may not see you, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and walk you through what you're really here for, which is kind of the overview of what the program's all about and how we move through it. So again, if you have any questions or anything, please just jump in because I may or may not see you. I'm on a laptop, so I may or may not see you. So thank you for indulging me. So the Masters of Science in Human Resource and Org Development has been a longstanding program at the University of Louisville, and we are actually HCRI, which is a human resource credential nationally, and also SHRM, Society of Human Resource Management. We are also SHRM aligned, which means our curriculum has gone through a review and a preview with those organizations really to understand, are we, teaching at the relevancy, currency of things in the arena of human resource and organizational development, which you'll find are really two distinct type of things. And so I'm going to go through. This is you can start whenever you're ready. In fact, we have classes. We're taking enrollments right now. You could start as early as October 8th. I think Veronica, correct me, but I think we're still enrolling people for the August 17th start date as well.
Yes, still
Okay.
accepting apps for fall 1 and fall 2.
Fall one, fall two, and that's what I'm going to describe. But a lot of times semesters at universities go for a 15 to 16 week, and that's called fall semester. Well, our fall semester for the master's program is broken up into fall one, which is 8 weeks, and fall two, which is 8 weeks. And so that gives you kind of a little breather instead of a bunch of classes stacked up on top of each other, where you can move through those classes a little more easily. It is 100% online. Several of our faculty, including myself, do have weekly optional, very optional meetings. I like to do live office hours. You can tell I do like to talk to people and meet them where they are, so to speak, or set up one-on-one meetings with them. But it is 100% online, so you can move at your own pace. We are a Research One institution, and what that means for you or to you is that we tie our classes and things into evolving type of topics, whereby, we've created actually the Digital Transformation Center 7 or 8 years ago, trying to certify people in AI and some other different things. And so R1 means we're doing research in our areas, fields of expertise, as well as teaching and as well as being practical, hands-on out in the community, throughout the community, doing different projects, large-scale projects, small-scale projects. So you really get the benefit of, some consulting practices tied in with your classes. And the innovative piece, I'm really proud of the university and where we actually bring things to fruition, such as, again, AI, analytics for HR, all kinds of things that we know people are needing and pushing the envelope on to build their career or to jump in on their career so that they are, competitive in the marketplace, but also add extra value to their organizations. I already mentioned the Society of Human Resource Management. So our classes are aligned with their um, relevant outcomes that they have some standards that they want to see in programs. And so we work very closely with them. And congratulations to Dr. Kelly because he heads up our SHRM um, student chapter, and I'll ask him to talk about it in just a few minutes, but the student chapter just got awarded as one of the top ones for different activities and different engagements that they've done. And again, that's composed of the HR master's level students, and we also have several MBA students in there too, so they're trying to jump in on our human resource elements as well. I already introduced Jennifer Ferguson, and then Sarah Schubel could not be with us today, but we got to meet Veronica Young, so she's on the call as well, and she helps take care of your applications and questions, tuition questions, things like that. I can answer anything about content because I've been here a long time, anything about content, but the behind the scenes operation mechanics. We have Jennifer helping us as an online enrollment, and then we have Veronica Young online with us today. And they just told me something really cool and special, and they're going to put that in the chat room, is there is a code that waives the enrollment application fee right now. I forgot what it was. Veronica, you'll have to either put it in or if you'd be so kind to say it, I didn't write it down.
Yes, so it is Fall Online 26, and this is an initiative coming directly from the Office of Online Learning, which is Jennifer's office. So if you haven't submitted an application, or if you're in the application process and haven't submitted a payment, you're welcome to use that code to get that fee waived. And Jennifer just put that in the comments for us.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so I mentioned this fall one, fall two, then we have a spring one, spring two, and then we have summer. And so you really can enroll now and then decide when you want to start. But we do have classes starting August 17th. So if you want to jump in then, I tell people if you're really seriously considering it, go ahead and finish your application since there's a waiver today, or they're offering waivers right now for the application, because you can always postpone or suspend your application. If you decide you don't want to start now, you want to start in January. But I would go ahead and do it now when you get the application part waived. We all want a coupon and a bargain, right? So there's the apply now code, you know where that is. I want to talk a little bit about some of our professors. In Denise Cumberland, Dr. Cumberland is now she's a full professor, so we'll have to change her line item underneath her name. She actually was a YUM executive for over 20 years. And so like me, this is kind of our second career, but we've been doing this for a long time. But she used to teach at Wake Forest and then moved around with YUM Corporation, and then decided that she wanted to teach org development and was very involved with that. So she's been at the university, I think, about 10 years. And then Dr. Bradshaw, you've got to link in with him. He is globally known. He's all about employee engagement. And I'm not one to download a bunch of podcasts. I mean, we're all busy, but he is one you definitely want to link in or tune into. He inspires me every day. I think he's been here maybe 15 years, and he is published globally. He is renowned. He is a invited speaker to the national SHRM conferences and the global SHRM conferences. So he's kind of a big whoop-de-doo. He's a good guy, super individual and very approachable. So just a suggestion, even if you just want to link in with him, he's got always got great things that he's posted that are very interesting. And then Dr. Shane Kelly, who introduced himself, is a clinical assistant professor, but he's been an associate dean at other universities, maybe even a dean. Maybe I'm wrong there. But he's, moved all around in leadership and executive leadership and brings a lot to the table. He is teaching our AI and analytics HR class right now, or just finished, I guess, teaching that. So brings a lot of different elements, especially technology, to the table. And then Dr. Bird Poller is a clinical assistant professor. She's actually located in Chicago. She is also a national name brand, if you will. She still has her consulting practice, and so we're really lucky to have her, have us as a leader here in the university. Partner faculty come from all different walks of life. So these are people literally all over the country. We have some military folks in there that reached executive ranks in their profession and then took on PhD in education. We've got people from corporations. We have people from nonprofit. All of them, are people that we've handpicked and utilized for specialty areas within the program. So I like to say a lot about bench strength is wide and deep, but also for your national connections. I always tell people LinkedIn with us because we reach out or we post or we connect people. I just had someone the other day asked if I knew someone from the HR program that was in any kind of food service, and actually a gentleman that graduated probably about 8 years ago, but I still keep in touch with via LinkedIn. He is the HR manager for Domino's Global, and so he's quite a good connection for us. So I connected those two folks together. So you never know who you're going to meet, and again, even just on this call, you can see there's a really diverse group of expertise from healthcare to federal to military to civil engineering. We've got everybody here on the line. So it's kind of an interesting master's degree because not only is it flexible online delivery, but also the peers that you will meet. Because we're located so close to Fort Knox, where we have our HR Global HRC, Human Resource Command, you'll see in some of your classes a lot of the folks from out there at Fort Knox and globally who run Fort Knox's over 1 million people organization. So they are very valuable as peers in your class as well. I mentioned the Society of Human Resource and also the HRCI alignment. And so if you have a SHRM certification or an HRCI certification, you can apply to receive up to 6 of these graduate credit hours free. And so that would reduce, instead of taking 10 of our classes for the master's, you would only take 8 classes. So we can talk to you more offline about that, but that is recognized in our program as well. Tuition rate, and again, this is something that both Veronica and or Jennifer can help with, but they're $850 per credit hour for our regular students, if you will. And then there is an agreement with the federal government, was we have a $250 per credit hour for active duty military. And then there are some additional, and they are minimal. They're not tricky fees that go along with that. This is one of the most highly rated. You can go on the SHRM, the Society of Human Resource Management website. We are very highly ranked. We've been ranked in the Princeton Review as well. And the reason that is because of people that graduate, their not only their placements, but their what command level they are. We also work with HRC, which is Human Resource Command at Fort Knox. We do an Army People Seminar that we have several generals come in for each year, and then we share that with our Masters of HROD students as well. Financial aid is always available, and so there are people that we can connect you with. You can talk about loans or different things, or tuition assistance, tuition reimbursements from different employers are always available. Now, here's the meat of the bone, so to speak. These are some of our classes that we have right now: talent acquisition, the talent management, learning and development. We're finding that people even that don't want to teach, they're having to create modules or create things because they're online so much that tie into learning and development type of things. So I get people that say, well, I don't want to be an instructional designer. Well, I don't either. I was an executive in a company for many, many years, and yes, I have to put together things, and that's an extremely helpful tie-in to understand how to reach an audience and have key components and learning outcomes that are really valuable. There's a lot of leadership components here, leadership follower, new things, not just relevant things that have come from empirical data, but other things. I always wish when I had my company that I had taken this degree, because I think I would have been a stronger leader, and I think I could have empowered people better in that area. And we've learned and understand better now, even from a generational perspective, all the different people we have to deal with and interface with, to really get the best work out of them. And so that ties in with performance management. And that's, again, not just an HR system, that's a supervisor, manager, and colleague. We laugh when we write papers we have to publish, nationally and internationally, that we have to performance manage or project manage our colleagues on, deliverables oftentimes too. And so performance management ties very well that particular class. And then people analytics, not just the foresight of looking at numbers, but also what those numbers and what the profile of different elements in an organization bring to us, and how we can leverage talent throughout our organization at all different levels. And then employee relations, and that's an interesting class, from a lot of different dynamics, not just from the political realm within an organization, but also impacting others and influencing others outside your organization. So that's the human resource side of the house. Then the organizational development side is really the culture, employee engagement, the business analytics of things. I have a couple. I've taught in the MBA program at UofL for over 16 years too, and we get a lot of times. We've had some folks. In fact, I just got one today that wants to move from an MBA, and there's nothing wrong with the MBA. It's great, but she wants to move over to the Master's of Science. Thinks that would be a better path for her. So it just really depends on what you're wanting to get at. But again, organizational side of the house, change management. We're seeing dynamic change in every. I can't even think of a sector that is really in a stable position right now. Higher ed is in chaos. I laugh because where there's challenges, there's opportunities, and as an entrepreneur, I look at it like, wow, this is good change. These are a lot of different things that are moving around, and then we move to kind of the centerpiece there, which is just business acumen, strategic planning. Really, one of the most popular classes that we have is diagnose and evaluation and program evaluation, because you don't really think of that so much as a leader, but when you look at programs that you're trying to initiate or within your organization, there's a lot of times there's some simple frameworks. And again, I wish I had known this when I had my organization myself, is there was a lot of things that we could have done that could have been a simple framework that could have net the results. And results don't always mean bottom dollar, but they also mean, client satisfaction, employee satisfaction, and movement, where there's progression and positive culture. And then we have the consulting, coaching, and leadership and compliance and ethics components. So I went through those really quickly. Those kind of compose the classes. Any general questions about that? There's 10 classes, and again, we touch on these core elements as our outcomes, as defined again by org development associations nationally, as well as the Society of Human Resource. What are those components that we're looking for in developing people's careers? So I'll pause, try to be quiet for a second. Okay, well, I gave the overview classes. I wasn't quiet for very long, but I'm going to take the screen off in a minute so I can see your face. You can see mine. But there's 6 core classes. These are the 6 core classes right here in the red. This leadership dynamics, the strategic HR, analytics and evidence practice, learning organization, organizational analysis. And then I teach the integrative capstone. And I teach that because I've taught so many variety of different classes over the years, and the integrative capstone is actually a real project that you either come up with, and it doesn't have to be at your job, but I have several examples. We had a military folks retiring from California to Washington, D.C. area, and he really wanted to be involved with the Red Cross. And so one of our former graduates is an executive with Red Cross. So I contacted her, and she's in a different state. And I contacted her through LinkedIn. I said, "Hey, do you have any projects that maybe, retiring military person could do as their integrative capstone, their real life project?" And she's like, "Absolutely, absolutely, yes, love to." And long story short, so he did a project for them. And then when he moved to DC, he actually met her, and now he is involved with Red Cross and kind of building a second career with the Red Cross. Who knew? That just worked out that way. But we've had healthcare projects, we've had program analysis, we've had somebody wanted to redo all of their HR manual online. I had somebody in their integrative capstone, because I'm the leader for the Digital Transformation Center also at the University of Louisville. I had them do their Power BI, Microsoft Power BI analytics certificate, and then they did an analytics project at their company, and I learned that then he emailed me later saying he'd gotten a raise that next year because the project was so impactful for the organization. So we really like to mix, not just the theory, the frameworks, that help you, guide you, and coach you to be a stronger professional and executive, but also kind of the practical hands-on of things. And that's where you get the last class is that integrative capstone. These are just an example. There's many other elective courses that you can select. Again, I always am encouraging people to take anything in digital transformation and AI. We actually have you get IBM or Microsoft or Google certificates in that class as well. So you can put those emblems, the tech vendors emblems on your resume, which I think enhances a master's to another degree, to another dimension. But there's all these different ones: talent acquisition, performance management, and total rewards. And there's changes in the electives that come up each year as well. And also we watch out for hot topics. So you see that one that's kind of dimmed out that says Lead 696 Special Topics in HROD. Well, that one's dimmed out because it really just, if there's something really hot out there that we want to whip up and put on the schedule, then we listen to what some of your all's requests are, and we'll either seek out a professional nationally or globally that can help us with that particular class and put that together as an elective as well. I meant, Shane, do you want to talk a little bit about the Society of Human Resource student chapter, what you guys do?
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Carrick. So It really is a great team of individuals. We are always looking for um, executive board members, which is a great resume builder. And we were recently one of 2 Kentucky universities to win the Superior Merit Award for SHRM. And what we do is it's really all about networking and aligning ourselves with SHRM and understanding what it means to be leaders in human resource and organization development. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And
You bet.
congratulations. That was a big kudos last week or 2 weeks ago. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to open it for questions, but I'm going to stop sharing. We're here for offline, online, LinkedIn with us, whatever it is that makes you comfortable. Um, oh, and I see Veronica's corrected the slides. I will have to tell Linda to change the slides. I'll send her a note. Any generic questions? Love to see you in I'm the last class, but we'd love to see you in the August 17th class. I think there's still some electives and maybe a core class open, but again, take your time. As I said, it's online, it's paced. There are things due weekly or or every other week. It just depends on who the professor is or instructor. But I think you'll find it very manageable with I did it when I had a full-time job and I just designated one day a week where I would do my online class and get through things. And that was many years ago, like I said, probably 25 years ago or so, but I've seen it evolve a lot. Questions, comments? A quiet group today. All right, well, I'm going to put my email in the group in the chat. Hey, Roger, do you have a question by chance?
Just one real quick.
Sure.
Is there as far as classes per term, is there a minimum, maximum we can take? Is there a recommendation on no more than 3 per block or?
Yes, yes, thank you for bringing that up. It really depends on what your status, work, kids, support at home. We don't particularly want you to take, 2 is kind of the max that we like for pacing. We have several people, and because of financial aid, a lot of times people have to take 3. And so that works. It just really depends on your personal discipline of your own management of yourself. But it's certainly doable, but we suggest and recommend 2 classes. But again, you're doing a fall 1 and a fall 2, so you don't have things all stacked up on top of each other so that then you don't have, 5 remember back in the day when your bachelor's degree and you had 5 final exams all at once. This doesn't work like that, so it makes it easy to pace it out like that. So great question, thank you, I appreciate that. And somebody else had a question here or comment. I want to make sure. It says, Kimberly says, does the SHRM certification have to be obtained before starting the classes to receive the credits, the 6 credits? You could go ahead. Go ahead. I heard somebody. Okay. You need to have it finished within the first semester if that's what you're doing. Because if you're already so far along in the SHRM process. So within your first semester would be when you apply for that credit. So you'd have to have that certification within that first semester. And fall semester is the whole 16 weeks, even though we break it into 2 8-week sessions to give you 2 classes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Veronica, Jennifer, anything from your all side of the house?
No, not
No?
necessarily. I will just tag along to that last question. My audio kind of went in and out, so I didn't get to hear your full answer, Dr. Carrick, but I did just want to state that and this is in terms of transfer credit in general, a student will have to complete at least 1 semester at U of L before
Yes.
a transfer request form can be submitted to the graduate school. So I just wanted to state that.
Yes,
But
perfect. So they
yes,
do
but
have, see, they have that whole semester. So I've had somebody that's just finishing the test. They're going to be done, I think, August, the end of August. I don't remember the date that she told me. Anyway, she'll be done at the end of August. And so, yeah, she'll be able to count that because we turn in the paperwork for transfer credits, as Veronica's just saying. That's turned in after your first semester. So it's turned in right with that at the same time. So if you hadn't started it, you still, the SHRM certification, you still have the opportunity to take the test and still count it because you would
mhm,
finish the first semester with us to then apply for those 6 credit hours, which apply means you have to present the certificate, and we fill out some paperwork for that transfer credit.
mhm. Yep.
Okay, all good. Um, Dr.
Actually, I
Kelly?
did have one
Yes,
question,
yes,
and it's, pardon my ignorance if you
no,
spoke about program cost um, and that already, but I just wanted to know a little bit more about program cost and aid possibilities.
sure. Veronica, can I turn that one over to you?
Sure, I'd be happy
Thank you.
to. I did include in the chat the current tuition rate for online programs. It is currently $863 per credit hour. That rate applies for residents and non-residents. And this rate only applies to 100% online programs like the HROD program. Outside of that cost, the online programs also have a $10 per credit hour fee that is also tagged along that this tuition rate. All of the courses in this program are 3 credit hours. So to get the cost of the class, you're just doing that 863 times 3, and then the 10 times 3, of course, to get the fee for the 3 credit hour course. So I'll update my comment to include the $10 fee for the online classes as well. So that's all in one comment. In terms of aid, unfortunately, our online programs are not eligible for, let's say, graduate assistantships. If you are local to Louisville, or if that was something that you were interested in, that's a question that I typically get. So I did want to mention that. But we do have scholarships that are linked on our website, and I will include that link in the chat as well. You do have to be an admitted student to apply to those specific scholarships. So that's just one caveat for the ones that we offer out of the College of Education and Human Development. But I'll also include some information regarding financial aid and additional scholarships that are located on their website. I hope that helps.
Then if you think of any other questions, Shane and I both put our emails in there. You can email us. I can put my phone number. Some people just like to pick up the phone these days. It's kind of a nouveau thing. Is I've been getting more people just call me. I'm so excited about it because I'm old school. So I'm like, whoa, yay! So I'll actually put my cell phone number in, and you are welcome to call me. I'm delighted to talk to you guys. About the program, and even, if you want to connect with former students that just graduated or anybody, my LinkedIn is Dr. Sharon Carrick, and you'll see a lot of HR posts and different people in there as well. And thank you, Shane. He's got his number in there too. So we're here. If you have additional questions, ping us, let us know, and we'd love to see you guys. We've got a great crop of students because this semester, and as I said, a lot of people from very, very diverse backgrounds all over the world. We do have a lot of military. I just finished one student's this summer, and he went through deployment, so I get that question, and so I just finished him this summer because he had to sit out a little bit just through the deployment, bless his heart, and everything's all good. He's home safe and sound, or back where he finished just yesterday. So we try to be flexible. And again, it's 100% online. So my biggest advice for people is, scope out a day or put a time in your calendar each week to do the work so that you can keep up with it and move through it. But never be apprehensive. I'm most proud of our faculty because we have such diverse backgrounds. We come from federal, we come from private corporations, we come from all different corporations and entities, not just education, that we can connect you and help you move through whatever situation, whether it be a promotion or just a connection about a certain type of project that you want to compare and contrast with your organization. We feel like that's another great strength of the program as well. So with that said, I'm going to adjourn, but we're here. You got our phone numbers and contact, and I want to thank my colleagues for being on here, and thank you all for your interest. I hope I see your names pop up in my class. Thanks so much. Stay on if you want to talk. I'm always here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you. Have a
you.
good day.
Thanks. And I'll stay on a minute more if anybody has any additional questions. But Veronica, feel free. I know it's lunchtime. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'll keep an eye on the chat in case there are some questions that I may be
Okay.
able to assist with.
I
But have a good
appreciate
evening.
you. Thank
All right.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Any last questions? All right, I'll be signing off, but please reach out if you have any other questions that you think of along the way. Thank you.